Today is October 24th, no, 23rd, 23rd in the morning, about 10:30 a.m. and today's Wednesday. Yeah, I think today is after a while I am doing the morning mindfulness journal, and I don't know if you guys have noticed that when I end up making the daily video in the afternoon or something, I name it as a daily journal because it's not really morning, because my plan is to do it every morning. So when it's in the morning before 12, I name it as morning mindfulness journal. I want to get back to the morning time because I think it kind of helps to set the day, because last couple of weeks when I didn't do it, I think I did feel the difference, and that's partly why also I want to get back to it. So when I wake up, for a while I listen to spiritual videos on YouTube, and I had this ad-free membership, so that kind of helps to listen to it from YouTube, because YouTube does have a lot of good material. I mean, YouTube has good material and also a lot of not so good material, so you have to kind of pick and choose. But if you have the ad-free option, then there is many things to sort through, and if you find one, the channels that are really good, you can kind of add to your playlist, and if you can keep listening to them over and over, things that resonate with you. So I listened to those, and this morning after that I also did listen to a meditation from that app called Insight Timer. Insight Timer has been a really good app. In between, with a lot of things going on, I actually didn't listen to that much from Insight Timer, and that is also there you have lots and lots of good material for free. But if you want the membership, I think they have the annual membership for $60. Pretty worth it in my opinion, because some of the courses that they have, those are available only with the paid. But even with free, the good part I like about that is there are, if you have a short time, you have 1 minute meditation, you can choose like up to 5 minutes, up to 10 minutes, up to 20 minutes, and then based on that you can just pick what you want. And the teachers there are all certified teachers, like certified yoga instructor or certified coach or something who does the meditation. So in some way you don't have to sort through it so much like in YouTube you would have to do. And also you can choose the voice, like the filter woman or man, like male or female voice, whatever resonates with you. So anyway, that meditation was very helpful too. It was about kind of being yourself, which helps to release some emotions that you might want to release that is stuck in your mind or body for a while. Because doing different kind of meditation sometimes helps us to release different emotions. Sometimes one kind of meditation may work for certain things, and for something else, some other meditation may help. And then I was doing other things in between, and then Mary Kate, she has a YouTube channel. I have been following her channel from last few years, not very diligently, but sometime here and there I do. And another meditation I did was releasing the emotions that no longer serve you, and kind of get into the receiving mode, because sometimes when we try to manifest something, and our own energy can get in the way. So how do you release that? So those are pretty good. And for me, in the mornings, I've been doing some prayers, which is helping me to, I don't know, in some way to say it, like get in the zone. It kind of helps me to start to feel better and kind of get in the zone with like my purpose in life. I talk about spreading peace, joy, harmony, love, all of this for the world. All of us, we can do, even every little bit counts. The ocean is filled with drop by drop of water, same thing. The world can be filled with goodness, with it little by little, because there is always a ripple effect, right? When we are good to somebody, they'll be good to others. And again, the point is not to be perfect, because we can't be perfect. Sometimes if we do something wrong, we understand from it, we learn from it, as long as we don't keep repeating the same things over and over, and we learn something from it. That's okay, because if we keep beating ourselves up, yesterday I was thinking, it was kind of funny, I don't know how the thought came to my mind that in the world, there'll be a lot of people at work or at in general we'll be beating ourselves down. I mean, not in literal sense, but metaphorically. We don't want to be the person who also beat ourselves up, right? We beat ourselves down, I mean. So we should be the one who kind of helps us to stay positive, helps us to be uplifted, because that's what good friends do to us, right? Like they want to show the positive things when they're in a challenging situation. They help us to feel uplifted, motivated, inspired, and that's what we want to do to others. So, a while ago I kept talking about this is the bad side, this is the good side. We all have this, and what is fed keeps growing, right? And I know that in the last couple of weeks, not last couple of weeks, I'd say a week, probably some way, shape, or form, I don't know, that I kept thinking or talking about this, some of this did grow, and then the point is that my focus has to be here, and when the focus is here, this grows, right? Because both of the seeds are always there. I wouldn't say from the time we are born, but like after some time, right, where kids are born and they're fearless, and in this world we are, when kids are born, they're like, they don't have any fear in themselves, but we teach, like we teach the kids to be fearful, and we also learned it when we were young, and in some way it's not a bad thing, because it does help us to be protective and not get hit by a car, and so, but it all goes to the balance, right? Fear for real thing is a good thing, because that can protect your life, that can protect you from going down in a path that may not be helpful for you. But when the fear takes over, that's not a good thing, and that's what is the important part, is to remember that, and having that faith and trust in God or universe or yourself, whatever your belief system is, to get so deep in it that because more deep you are here, meaning the faith or trust or universe or God, like whatever you believe in that goodness, and being kind to people and practicing gratitude, all of these good things, whatever resonates, is gonna keep building this up. And more we focus on here, that kind of slowly disappears. I mean, it's still there, but the seeds become dormant in our mind, because unfortunately There is still nothing in the science or medical industry that can get rid of that, and probably that's not a good thing either to get rid of, because we do need balance. So this is an interesting thing. As I talk about this, it reminds me, so I'm a Star Trek fan, and I have seen, I think, most of them, not all, but most of them. um, the original series, I think in 1960s it came out, but of course I didn't watch it then because I'm not that old. Hopefully I don't look that old. But anyway, I have seen a lot of episodes of that, and Captain Kirk, and I think if I remember it right, season 1 episode 5, or it could be episode 6, season 1 episode 5 or 6, there, I might have talked about it in one of my episodes. I can't remember when, maybe several. It can't be several months ago. I started in May 27, so yeah, it's within this time frame. At one point, I talked about like how both of the side does serve us, because in that episode they showed a very nice, kind, and compassionate version of Captain Kirk, and another side of Captain Kirk, which is like the bad, mean, and all that, but very strong. And he gets split into two versions, right? So one version is really bad and strong and mean and all that. Another version is really good and nice and all that. And as the episode moves along, it shows how to get to the solution, he needs qualities from both to merge together, right? It needs a balance, and that's how he solves it in the end. And I don't know, I would say that is my favorite episode, even though that is not my favorite Star Trek. I think my favorite probably is Voyager. Could be something to do with woman captain because I'm a woman. I could be biased, but it is what it is. Anyway, so the point is that we do need both, and we do need both too, because in leadership, and leadership not only about, like, if you work in a leadership position at work, that's of course helpful, but at the same time, when we lead our life, right, we lead our kids, and kids learn from us. It is important to have that balance, because life is not going to treat us in a way that where everybody we meet in our life is going to be kind and compassionate. And there might be time where somebody would say something knowingly, unknowingly, that could hurt us, that could make us sad, and things like that. And we want to be mindful that we can be strong enough, right? We can be strong enough to be resilient. So that resiliency means, like, people knock you down, you get back up and keep going. And more we can do that, more resilient we are. And I remember one of the short videos I made was that resiliency mean having a thicker skin. And I know it's like a weird metaphor I came up with, but that's what it is, because when you keep building your skin thicker and thicker and thicker, so what happens is sometimes the things that have bothered you in the past doesn't bother you anymore. It kind of reflects, it bounces off of your skin, right? But something that we haven't faced in the past, that may impact us a little more than compared to other tough situations we may have come across. But more we keep working on ourselves, we build a thicker skin and become resilient, because the effect is not more. And more tough situations we go through in life, it actually makes us tougher. And that's what life is all about. Because and it's like also a stretchy rubber band, right? Somebody could have this big rubber band stretch because they might have faced this kind of difficulty in the childhood, and then as they grew up, they had to face this and get to this. at the same time, some people may have faced only this much difficulty as they grew up, and then for them, this is the maximum they can withhold, and that's not to say good or bad or opportunity. If people had opportunities or not, it is what it is. The way we are born, where we are born, and what we have to overcome in life to get to where we got to. You just navigate life, and then it teaches us what we want to be taught. Hey man, notice that I'm wearing a cross. So this is something, the cross I bought about 15 years ago. And at that time, I actually bought it for style. I didn't know much about Christianity or anything. And recently, in the last 2 months or so, I've been going to the church and have a good community of friends that we practice together a couple times a week. We pray together, and it might seem a little shocking or weird because as this channel evolved, you might have seen that in the beginning, and it's not been too long, but since I had some traumatic experience late last year, I had followed Hinduism, I had followed Buddhism very deep, and that's my style. I think when I try to learn something, I get very, very deep into it. And one of the books that I was listening to a lot, The Energy of Prayer by Thich Nhat Hanh. I still read his books. There's a lot about mindfulness. And some, of course, he was Buddhist monk and Buddhism. One of the thing that in that book, The Energy of Prayer, that's the book I'm talking about. I listened to it many times. And it had this God's Prayer, a part in that book, and that prayer is from Christianity. And in that book, he talks about the similarities between Christianity and Buddhism, and of course there is differences too. Also, following that, I read this book, the Book of Joy, where Dalai Lama, who is a Buddhist monk, the most popular Buddhist monk, and Desmond Tutu, who's Christian, they're good friends, and they spend a week together, which was celebrating Dalai Lama's birthday, I think. And those are the things, like how it kind of navigated, and there is many other stories someday I would share that navigated me to this path. And like I said, there's many others. And in Buddhism also, they'll talk about a sangha. Sangha is like a community of practice, right? So without a community, it is so easy to give up a practice because all of this, the prayer or meditation or working with subconscious or energy, whatever you want to call it as manifestation, all of these are invisible. It's hard to kind of make it tangible. We see the result, we see the coincidences or synchronicity, whatever you'd say, but only seeing it ourselves, only practicing it ourselves, it when life gets busy, we give up. And that is also something that I think how it led me to this path where now I go to the church every week, and for other events also I go, and then I am getting more involved, and I'm loving it. So some folks here, as you come here as a midlife mindfulness channel, and you might be surprised how I because I think there might be different concepts that because I like the kindness, compassion, and all of that Christianity practices, and helping others, love your neighbor, all of that. But I think some of the concepts for like, you know, I think it goes with any religion that if you were to, everything is not black and white, right? You just have to be open to that concept that, you know, what is resonating with you the most with what's going on in your life, or how, you know, your life experiences has been. And one thing that resonate with somebody really, really good at certain point may not resonate with another person, and that is okay, right? We have a life is short for everybody, so, you know, whatever gives you peace, you know, following that is important, because everybody is striving for peace, inner peace. A Buddhist monk or Christian pastors, right? Or Indian or Hindu, Hindu priest. All everything is all about finding inner peace, balance, and harmony, love. You know, it's living in that high frequency zone, and for that, anything that helps, we just gotta keep doing that. So I do mindfulness practice, and when I was in the kitchen this morning, I usually wear sandals in the house because we have a hardwood floor, and I'm more of a carpet person. I like the coziness of the carpet. But anyway, so in the kitchen, I removed my sandals, and I was feeling the cold floor, the tile on my feet. And I still remember that, and that's the mindfulness, being present in the moment, like smelling, tasting, hearing the sound, absorbing it, you know, all of that. So mindfulness practice throughout the day sometimes helps to ground ourselves to the present moment, and also doing the prayer or mantra, whatever you call it is. I've been doing that here and there. Gratitude practice, new gratitude practice, you know, and you don't have to do all of that. You can just choose one and see what is something that, excuse me, resonate with you and gives you that feeling of contentment, because, you know, our outer world is the reflection of our inner world. So if we want our outer world to be sorted, feel organized, we have to organize and feel contented inside. Yeah, so anyway, so I think I kind of talked about little random things like I used to, so maybe I'm back to the way I used to be, and I used to talk about progress. And yes, I am making progress too. I haven't talked about that in a while, but I guess I didn't have the long talks in a while in the videos. So, yeah, I think the meditation did help me a little bit. I can feel it myself as I talk. I think I'm calmer. The energy has shifted. So, you know, these are the intangible I was talking about. It's hard to pinpoint where or how, but it does help. And anyway, so I think this is what, Wednesday. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and the week ahead. And I'm going to do some intention setting and visualization. Actually, I haven't done that in the videos in a little bit. And this morning I heard the word intention in one of the meditation I was listening to, and it reminded me, oh, I got to do that because it does help with the energy. Okay. You guys have an amazing day, and I will see you tomorrow morning. If not, I might make some shorts later in the day. I'm not sure, but definitely again tomorrow morning. Bye.